thing I want to bring to you just coming out in the last few minutes or so. I'm going to put this up on your screen. This is courtesy of Fox's Jackie Heinrich saying, breaking, Trump imposes 100% tariff on China, in addition to existing tariffs, responding to China's escalation of export restrictions on rare earths. POTUS says it takes effect 11/1, which is November 1st, or quote, maybe sooner. I want to put up this as well on your screen there because the president did speak about this on his Truth Social post. I have the post in full as well here, but the White House also put this up saying that a piece of that saying it is quote impossible to believe that China would have taken such an action, but they have, and the rest is history. Let's read out this full statement though so you're able to understand what the president has just released in the last few minutes. He says, "It has just been learned that China has taken an extraordinarily aggressive position on trade and sending an extremely hostile letter to the world stating that they were going to, effective November 1st, 2025, impose large-scale export controls on virtually every product they make, and some not even made by them. This affects all countries without exception and was obviously a plan devised by them years ago. It is an absolutely unheard of in international trade and a moral disgrace in dealing with other nations, based on the fact that China has taken this unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations who were similarly threatened starting November 1st, 2025, or sooner, depending on any further actions or changes taken by China. The United States of America will impose a tariff of 100% on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Also on November 1st, we will impose export controls on any and all critical software. It is impossible to believe that China would have taken such an action, but they have, and the rest is history. Thank you for your attention to this matter." And so those are the words there from President Trump. Of course, we know that the president has met several times with China's President Xi Jinping, putting this up on your screen as well. And so the Associated Press has just put out this article as well, talking about these newly imposed tariffs, saying that the president said that he's placing an additional 100% tariff on Chinese imports starting November 1st or sooner. If President Trump is to go ahead with it, the move would push tariff rates close to levels that in April fanned fears of a steep recession and a financial market chaos. Trump, of course, did make that announcement, as we just read, on his Truth Social site. The president, of course, we know, has made some of these threats before in the past, as the Associated Press is reporting, so we will see if this one will go through. But ultimately, a little bit earlier today, we did hear that President Trump suggested calling off his upcoming meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Trump said that there seems to be no reason, quote, to meet with the Chinese leader as a part of an upcoming trip to South Korea after China has restricted exports of rare earths needed for American industry. President Trump has suggested that he was looking at a, quote, massive increase of import taxes on Chinese products in response to Xi's moves. We now know that that is this new 100% tariff that's been announced on some of their imports. And so I want to put that Truth Social post back up on the screen there as well for you. That's it in full there from the president, the message saying that in response to one of the moves that China has since made, the U.S. starting November 1st, 2025 or sooner, the United States of America will be imposing a tariff of 100% on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. And so we'll continue to watch that as it unfolds here on Live Now from Fox if any more details are brought to us.